Hey there everybody, it's Mike Delisio, and today I'm going to be showing you how to play the solo game of I Made You a Mixtape. This is a game where you're going to be competing against an AI opponent known as Otto Ma, who's a real jerk. As you know, I'm a big solo player, so I wanted to make sure that we had a solo game variant in this, and while this is not going to be a how to play the whole game video, it's going to be a how to play the solo game. If you are interested in learning how to play the multiplayer game, you could check out the other how to play video up on this page, and then you can come back here and check out how the solo game plays. So with that being said, let's head over to the table and take a look. All right, well, let's get going here. The solo variant of I Made You a Mixtape generally replicates a two-player game, and so you're going to have the 1 and 2 player cards in the deck. You're going to have 2 play areas, one for you, which I'm on the left, and one for your opponent, Otto, a jerk, who's here on the right, okay? You'll also notice this deck of cards right here, and these are the 3 and 4 player cards, which are kept out of a 2-player game. But in the solo game, you want to have these shuffled and off to the side, because as you'll see, there are certain times when Otto gets to take some cards out of this deck. All right, so to set up like a normal 2-player game, what we're going to be doing is we're each going to start with 1 card. We're going to place it on the appropriate side. We'll move the balance accordingly. Then we're going to remove 4 cards randomly from the deck. We won't see them, but we will not have them for the remainder of the game. Then we'll play through 7 rounds like normal, and we will have this deck run out. That's essentially the timer there. So here we go. First off, let's give each other our first track card. So for me, I've got a punk song. This is going to be on side A, and it's a length of 1, so I'll go ahead and place that on my side A. I will move my balance track accordingly. And now let's see what Otto gets. Otto has a rock song, also on side A, also a length of 1. So we both start with 1 out of balance to the A side. We're going to remove randomly 4 cards from this deck. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are out for the game without looking at them. All right. Now, just as a point of reference, if one of the starting cards drawn for either me or Otto had been a wild genre card, then we would have redrawn until we get a normal track card, shuffled that wild card back in, but that didn't happen here, so we can get going. In the solo game, when you as the solo player are the active player, which will be me first, what you're going to do is you're going to draw the top 3 cards from this deck, but you're going to do so that 2 cards are face up and 1 is face down. The reason for that is that if you choose 2 cards, one of them has to be the face down card. You cannot ever choose the 2 face up cards. And so if you're choosing 1, you can choose either of the face-up cards. You could even choose the face-down card if that was, you think, your best move. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'll draw my first 2 cards face-up, second one face-down. Okay. So looking at what we've got here, neither of these 2 cards, this is a pop card and this is an alternative card, are going to influence on genre at all, because we both have different genres. As far as sides, these are both 3-length cards. So what I'm thinking is at this point, potentially something that is in flow. So this card is in flow here. With this card, well, this card would be their first B card. So it wouldn't necessarily be in flow with anything yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this one for sure. I cannot choose this, so that's going to go to Otto no matter what. The question is, do I want to take this card as well? And then Otto would take a card from the 3 and 4 player deck, because when you as a solo player are the active player, Otto is always going to get 2 cards. So a little bit of a push your luck thing happening there, but it's early in the game. This is taking me even more out of balance to the A side, but maybe this will be a B side card. So let's take a look. And it is. All right, so these are going to be my 2 cards. Now, Otto got the card that I didn't choose, the face-up card I didn't choose, and they're going to get a top card here. This is actually giving them 2 side B cards. So let's go ahead and put these in our mixtapes. First, I place my alternative track here on side A, and I'm going to be moving it 3, 1, 2, 3 to the A side. And then here I've got my first side B track, an R&B track, When Doves Cry, and it moves me back 1 towards blue. So I'm still 3 out of balance to side A. Now, both of these cards are going into Otto's B side, and so whenever you're going to be placing more than one card on one side, you have to try to make him in flow if possible. However, looking at these two cards, there is no way that I can get either of these cards in flow with each other, so at this point it does not matter which ones go. We're going to go ahead and just put them like this. Could have been the other way. And then we're going to move it 5 to the blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we are both equally out of balance, but I'm to side A and Otto is to side B. All right. Now, when it's Otto's turn, they're going to just turn the top 3 cards of the deck face up, and they're going to go through a simple priority system. The first priority for Otto will always be to get as close as possible to perfect balance. That may be 1 card, that may be 2 cards. If there's ever a situation where both 1 card or 2 cards would get them to the same closest balance, they'll always choose the 2 because that will help them more with potential genre groupings. So let's take a look and see what they've got. I know they're looking for for side A card, so this is a side B card, likely not in their interest. This is a side A card, and this is a side B card. So in this case, there's really no decision for Otto to make because they want to get closest to perfect balance. Both of these will take them further away from perfect balance. So they are going to choose Public Enemy number 1. It is not in flow, which is nice for me. They're going to go 1 more this way. And then I kind of lucked out here. There's no question about it. This worked out well for me because not only did I get 2 cards from the same genre, they all are in flow with my other B card, and it's moving in the direction I want. It's going to put me in perfect balance. Well, this is one time where that worked out very well for yours truly, Mike DeLisio. Look at that. I like the way this is looking already on side B. They're out of balance right now, which is great. You notice that Otto did not get a second card because they were the active player, okay? That second card only is going to occur on my active player turns, which is right now. So let's turn over 2 face up, 1 face down. Okay. All right. So let me look and see what we have here. First of all, I've got 1 alternative card already, and I've got 1 punk card already, but I can't take both of these because you can never take the 2 face-up cards. So then maybe I'm going to look at flow. Well, honestly, both of these cards would put me in flow, which is great. So now I should think which card that I give them would be out of flow. And honestly, right now, it looks like both of these cards are out of flow for Otto. So I'll just go ahead and take the punk card because I happen to like punk. And I will also take this card because there's not a huge risk for me here being at perfect balance. So Otto is going to get this card, and they're going to get a card from the 3 to 4 player deck, which is a hip hop rap card, which is good for them and not great for me because I'm working on those too. What did I get? I got a 3-length side A card. So these are both in flow for me, which is terrific. All right, so let me go ahead and place that there. I'll move it 3 to side A. I will put this also in flow and move it 1 to side B. So I'm a little out of balance there. And these are both going to be going to the appropriate side. So this is going to go here. It's not in flow. It moves them 1 to side A, and it's going to go right back. This is not in flow either. 1 to side B. All right. So that was my active player turn. Let's go ahead and go to Otto. Otto is going to be looking for side A tracks, ideally 3 points of side A tracks, so 3 face-up cards. Side B, it's not working out well for them so far. There's a side A 3 length, and it's a wild, our first wild we're seeing, and another side A. So This is going to be the single card that gets them to closest balance. There's no way they can use two cards to get them to that perfect balance. So these are both going to go to me. It's nice for me because they are both of the same genre. But this is going to meet their top priority, which is getting close to perfect balance with either one or two cards. And in this case, it is Sheriff of Huddersfield, which is going to get them to that perfect balance by putting three more on side A. It also, being a wild card, is in flow with the card that's on top of it, flowing into it, and it will flow into any card out of it. All right? These are on separate sides of my tape, and so this is going to move me two to side B and then one back to side A. This will be in flow, which is nice. This one is unfortunately not in flow, but I can live with that because I'm already looking decent for my R&B tracks. I've got a couple of punk tracks. Right now, the only cards that aren't scoring for me are this one rock track and this one alternative track. All right, back to me. Two face up, one face down. Another punk track, I like that. Two punk tracks, I can't get them both. That's a bummer. And then this face down card. Well, any card I give them in side A is going to be in flow. So that's not really a consideration. They don't have any punk tracks, so that's not a huge consideration. This B side card would also be in flow. So I think I'm inclined to keep this B side card, give this to Otto. Again, I'm close enough in balance that I'm not worried about taking the risk here. I will take this, and then Otto will get this. All right, so let's see. Oh, I got another R&B card. That's terrific, although I'm going to be pretty far out of balance to side B. And Otto got a rock card, so that will mean that their rock genre will score at least something at the end of the game. So let me go ahead and deal with these. I've got 5 to the B side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if I can get any kind of flow out of these. I can get those two in flow, but they're not going to flow with the card above it, so I'll just do that. That's the best I can do there. All right. And now, this card will certainly be in flow because it's going from a wild genre card. And then this card is not in flow, which again is good for me. 1, 2, 3. So they're only slightly out of balance to the B side. I am quite a bit more out of balance to the B side. So this is a situation where it's possible that Otto will end up choosing 2 cards on their turn to get to perfect balance. It just depends on which cards come up. 3 face up. There's 1 to side B, 2 to side A, and 1 to side A. So perfect balance, these 2 cards will do it. These 2 cards will get Otto in perfect balance because they'll go 2 to A and 1 back to B. So I'm going to be left with this single card, Uptown Girl. So here we go. Let's put these on the right side. And thankfully, this one is not in flow. Let's move it 2 to the side A. This one is also not in flow, which is good news for me, but they are in perfect balance, which again is their #1 priority. This is a side A card that is in flow, which is nice. I will take that. And it does move me 1 anyway towards the A side, which is good. That is my first pop card. So right now it's not scoring anything for genre. We'll see if that is the case at the end of the game. All right, back to my active turn. So I'm going to flip 2 face up, 1 face down. Another punk card, and it's to side A. I like that. So this card, I will likely go with punk instead of this alternative card, and then this is face down. Now, here's a question I have to ask myself if I'm willing to risk the face down card. The worst thing that could happen is being 3 out of balance to either side. If it's a 3-length B card, I'll stay in the same spot. If it's a 3-length A card, I'll be out of balance 3 to the A side. There's still probably 3 to 4 more rounds left. Let's see. I'm giving them this card for sure, and it is in flow, which I don't love. It's also their 3rd alternative card, which I don't love. Boy, do I take the risk. If this is a large side A card, this could knock them significantly out of balance. So right now, I'm going to take a bit of a risk by only taking one card. I'm going to put this right here. Oh, it's not in flow. That's a bummer. Does that change my mind? Does that change my mind? No, it doesn't. I'll just have to take the hit on flow, take the perfect balance, and let's hope this is a very large B-side card, or A-side. It's not. All right, well, that rock would have given me some help, and this is actually helping them pretty well. So I might have messed up on that particular choice, but I got to live with it. All right, so this is in flow to their side A. I knew that would be the case. They go 2 to red, side A, and this is out of flow, thankfully, 3 to side B. So they're only out of flow by, or only out of balance by 1 to the B side. And now this is Otto's active turn. So let's see what they're going to go. They're looking to go 1 to the red net. Okay, there's a 3-length side A, a 1-length side B, and a 3-length side B. So let's think on this. They're not going to be able to get perfect balance because this is side B. This would put them there, and then this 3 card would take them there. Then if they did this and this would take them 1 out of balance to, they would keep them 1 out of balance to side B. So there's 2. Yeah, it looks to me neither the next consideration you would have for Otto would be genre. And since we know they're taking this card, genre is not going to be an option, not a thing to consider, because these are both genre-less. Wild cards don't have a genre towards scoring. And then the last thing would be flow. These are both going to be in flow. So what will happen is they are going to take these 2 cards. They're going to leave me this card. And then they're going to stay where they are, which is 1 out of balance, which is the best they could have done. But they take these 2 cards. This is in flow. This is in flow. And they stay only 1 out of balance. This is going to give me a nice flow here, put me out of balance by 1. All right, well, I think that one worked out better for Otto, so I hope I can make up for it here. We're both in good shape with balance right now, so I'm willing to maybe take a risk on a face-down card if I need to. All right, here we go. We've got a 1 B-side pop track. We've got a 3 A-side pop track, and then 1 face down. Can't take both of these. So let me see. They are 1 to that side. This one would put them a bit more out of balance. They only have 1 pop song. So I'm going to at least be able to score pop. Because I have 1 now, I'll have 2 after this turn because I'm going to be taking 1 of these. I could choose to just take this and give them both of these, but I don't think that's a smart play right now. So the question is, do I want this card or do I want this card? I think I want this card because it's in flow with this card, and any card I put here later will be in flow. So I'm going to give them this card. I'll take this, I'll take the risk, and I'll give a face down card from Otto that will flip face up. Let's see what I end up with here. Another R&B. That was definitely the right call for me because now I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 R&B tracks. That's good. It is taking me out of balance. There's no 2 ways about that. But these are going to both be in flow. So I think it's a pretty decent, working out for me all told. So I'm going to be moving 5 to side A, but these are all in flow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it gives me another R&B. Let's see what Otto ended up with. Oh, they ended up with another pop card anyway, so this is definitely gonna, at least they'll be able to score. They didn't have any pop cards yet. Oh, they did. They had 1. So this gives them their second and third, which is not outstanding in my eyes, but that is at least out of flow. So let's go 3 to side A, and then let's go back 1 to side B, which will be in flow, of course, because there's a wild card there. Now it's going to be Otto's turn, and they're just looking to go 1 to side B. Here we go, flipping 3 face up. We've got Rapper's Delight, a side B 3-length card. We've got Night Shift, a side B 2-length card, R&B, and a Wild side A 1-length card. Okay, so they want to go 1 to the B, so that's going to be these 2 cards. This card would take them further out of balance. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 1, 2, and 1. These give them perfect balance. This would not. These are the cards that Otto is going to take. So this, thankfully, is out of flow. We'll put that there. This will be in flow, of course, because it's a wild card, and now they are back to perfect balance, which is what they're always looking for. This does help me, though, because it's a 3-length side B card. I will take it, and it also is my 3rd hip-hop card. So 1, 2, 3. I can live with that. All right. Oh. All right, so this is now, I think, the penultimate round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, this is the second to last round here. Here we go. 2-sided, 2 face up, 1 face down. We've got an alternative track for side B. We've got a hip-hop track for side A, and then a face down card. All right, let me think on this. Can't take both. Alternative, I have 1. So this would give me a net 3 points if things stayed as they were, because I only have 1. This hip-hop card, on the other hand, would take me from 3 to 4, which is a net of 4. So this is a slightly better net. However, it gets me further out of balance, whereas this keeps me a little closer to balance. And if I give them this card, they already have 3 hip-hop. This would take to their 4th. Alternative, they have 1, 2, 3. This would also take them to their 4th, so I don't really need to consider those. I will take this card. I will give them this card. And I'll take the face down card and hope against hope that it's not a strength 3 side A card. I will give Otto, oh, I'm a little worried about giving Otto so many cards from that deck, though, because it can really boost up their genres, since they're not pulling from the same genre pool as I am on those pulls. And they do have a lot of rock. I need to be careful of that. Oh, boy. Do I give them the face down card and just take this? No, I'm going to risk it. Okay, that's not bad. And then they're going to get this card, which is bad, because now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hip-hop tracks. See, that's the risk. That is the push your luck somewhat that you get in the solo game. All right, these are both in flow, however, so I'm happy with that, and now Rock will score at least something. Okay, so 2 to side A. This does put me in perfect balance, and that is in flow. So that goes to side B. What's nice is if you ever need to check your balance at any given point, you can always just count up the totals on side A and side B and then figure out what the net difference is to either side and adjust accordingly. I'll do a double check before I do final scoring, just for my own peace of mind. All right. So this goes into Otto's side B. 2 to side B. It's not in flow, thankfully. And this is going to go to side A, which will be in flow since it's wild above it. And that takes it 3. They are only 1 out of balance to their side A. And now they're going to take their turn. 3 face-up cards here. We've got side A for 3, side A for 1. Oh boy. And side A for 2. So they are going to only take 1 card, because all of these would be taking them further out of balance. This is the card that takes them the least out of balance. And so I'm getting 2 on their turn, and that's big. That's big. That does not always happen, obviously. So we will go ahead and put that in their mixtape. It is in flow, so they have that concession at least. I am going to be getting both of these. They're both on side A. Neither of them will be in flow with the rock track, but they'll be in flow with each other. So I will do that. And now I got to really worry about balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was a big 20-point swing on balance if it were to stay as it is. Let's hope it's not. Here's the final round. All right, 2 face up, 1 face down. Okay, we've got a punk. That is 3 to the side B, so I'm very much interested in that track. Much more than I am this It Was a Good Day track. And so I will be definitely taking this and giving that to Otto. Face down card, I just need to decide if I'm giving that to Otto as well. The problem is that if this is a face down A side 3-length track, I'm going to stay where I'm at. Also, Otto is out of balance to the A, so on their play, they're going to be trying to take B cards as well. So I think I have to play it safe here and choose this card and leave. I regretted it last time. Take the risk, Mike. Push your luck. When has that ever gone wrong for you? All right, so that's going to go to them, and this is going to go to them. Come on, side B, baby. Yes, and it's a punk card. Woo-wee. All right, I like that. What did Otto get? They got a 3 to the A, 1 to the B. I'm good with that. All right, so these 2 cards are in flow with each other, unfortunately not with the card above it, but that's okay. Now I move 6 to side B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boy, am I glad I pushed my luck there. All right. This did give them another hip-hop card, though, so that's going to be really problematic for me. In genre scoring, it's not in flow. Goes 1 to B. This one is not in flow, but they get another alternative card, and they 3 out of balance to actually 4 now total out of balance. So now we've got Otto's last turn. They're going to be choosing all the B-side cards they can, basically, is what it likely will turn out to be. I'll put them over here so you can see them. All right. Oh, wow. There's only 1 side B card. So it's going to knock me out of balance a bit, but I'm okay with it because I'm getting 2 cards to their 1. And it's not in flow either. All right, here we go. Alternative goes 2. So they're out of balance only by 2. I will be in a bit worse shape, but I'll take it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll put these cards like so because this way they will be in flow. All right. And so what I'm going to do at this point, now we've got our mixtapes all set. So what I'm going to do is, off camera here in just a moment, I'm going to double check the balance on both sides, make sure that they are truly where they are to belong. Then I'm going to do my flow scoring, my genre scoring, and I'll come back here with the final scores. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, folks. Well, we have a final, and I had a pretty darn good game. I was able to pull this one out, 134 to 109. And I think what really, really helped me is that I was concentrating heavily on not giving cards to Otto that would flow well, because if you don't pay attention to that, that can really jump up and bite you. And so I really did well in the flow. And this obviously is not the final score sheet. This is just a prototype that we've got going on here. But I really did much better than Otto with flow, and was able to hold my own in the genre categories as well by being able to get 2 large genre groupings in R&B and in punk. And so this one worked out well for me. I got some really good pulls. There's no question that there was some push of my luck that went well for me. That doesn't always work out, but hey, I'm happy with it. I was able to get the poster from that annoying kid, Otto, and now I can proudly display it on my wall. All right, well, let's head back. Let me put a ribbon and a bow on this and let you know a little bit more. All right, well, there you go. I was able to pull off a victory against Otto. I don't think I have a winning record, all told, against Otto, but I definitely felt good about that game. But hopefully this just gives you an idea of how the game plays. When I designed it, I was really trying to make it as best as possible replicate what the two-player game was doing. It's especially challenging, I found, to do an I split, you choose game in a solo fashion, but this hopefully is something that is appealing to you if you are a solo player, and if not, then you definitely have the multiplayer game to check out as well. While this did not teach you the full aspect of the game, it taught you how to play the solo game. If you were interested, you can check the other how to play video we have for the multiplayer game and then pop back here and check this one again. But otherwise, I just want to thank you for checking out the solo game, and I hope you have many fun plays of it. Take care.